SPconvo. SPconvo. Let's do it. Welcome back. Karmelo Anthony. Boy got sentenced. What can we learn from that? Well, so far we're learning. His parents look like they are maybe some underhanded people. Or some desperate people. He definitely learned Karmelo Anthony have no friends. That's the truth. He have no friends. I'm about to get real serious on this one. Real serious. You see, Karmelo Anthony, he had that good GPA, but I don't really think he had that good upbringing. I don't think his parents is good money. To my understanding, they hustled up almost $60K. Because I can't believe that $600K. I can't believe it's more than $500,000 they hustle up, and now they don't have no money. I think this was a hustle. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is nothing new to parents who didn't do much with themselves in life, so they use their kids. There's a lot of parents out there that use their kids. They're so poor and broke. They use their own kids' Social Security to put cable in the house. To get credit cards before the child even know who he or she is. Funky asses. I'm being honest, man. You got some black people in America, they ain't worth nothing. Straight trash. Don't come from nothing, don't want nothing, don't know how to be nothing. You got females out here that accept anything just to be loved, just to have some type of affection. You got men out here that don't got a brain in their head. Big waterhead walking around here in society, going to and from. Nobody want to work every day. Everybody call out looking for a scheme, a scam. I'm going to go off the ledge. I said something in the last video why Karmelo Anthony didn't tell his parents he was being bullied. But then they said Karmelo Anthony don't even know Austin Metcalf. That Karmelo was introduced to the tent, introduced to come to the tent by his friend. I think his name was Jose Rodriguez or Jimmy Rodriguez. I didn't get the name right, so if I got the name wrong, forgive me. And it's the same friend that testified in court. Black people, get on your job, man. Pay attention to your children. Know where your children is at. Know what's going through your children's mind. Know what kind of day they have or had. Because that could be any child. Most definitely could be any black child. Kids hiding messages. Everything's all about the phone. Secret friends. Sneaky links. Everybody want to do what they want to do. Then when it comes time to answer to the law, people mad. I ain't supposed to get found out. We supposed to be able to get over and do what we want. That boy facing 35 years, man, for not having no damn support. The parents sat outside while the boy was in the courtroom on his own, hearing his sentence, hearing his fate. The boy felt scared at the situation at the track meet. Parents at court holding him down. Until the last minute, they reneged. They reneged, man. So you're not going to tell me he's in a jail cell right now having some type of resentment towards his parents. You're not going to tell me that. He got resentment towards them. I know I would. I be telling my inmate, yo, my parents ain't worth nothing. If you get out before me, throw an egg on their car. Oh, they don't got one. I be saying anything. I'm pissed off. And that's the problem with black people. We don't have no community. Everybody for themselves. Even in a black family, the kids for themselves. The husband for himself, the mama for herself. Have you ever? The nerve. This shit is sickening. The mom in the interview crying. The father nonchalant. You see it? The mom crying and the father's nonchalant. That's like a typical household, man. Like a typical household. You got a mom that don't know what's going on with her child. But when it comes to the end of it, all she know how to do is this. Right here. It's a typical mom.
You're hearing from the parents of...
Typical mom right here.
The perfect...
It's a typical mom reaction. It's a typical mom. And it's all said and done. Right here. Here we go. I don't care. Nobody say today. It's a typical mom reaction. I'm gonna play this right here.
Karmelo Anthony. He is that Texas teenager who was sentenced this week to 35 years in prison for killing fellow high school athlete Austin Metcalf. Prosecutors argue Anthony intentionally teammates at a Dallas area school track meet, saying prosecutors wrongly excluded black people from the jury. CBS News spoke exclusively to Anthony's parents.
Typical mom.
Didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself.
What do you...
Typical mom response right there. Don't know nothing about her child. Other than he's a good student. Don't know what he's doing outside. Was the parents there at the track meet? Did they attend any track meet? Who knows? But I know I'm tired of hearing this. Tired of seeing this on national TV representing the black race. There we go, look.
Didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was defending himself.
What do you say to his...
Now, this is a typical father response. Typical father response. In the hood of the black family.
grieving family?
It's unfortunate to where nobody wins. We've all been hurt by this.
Look. There we go. Watch this. Right here. This is a father. National news phone. The world gonna hear him speak. And this what he has to say. All cool, laid back, cool, calm, and collective. He probably happy his son in jail. You know why? His son probably did better than him when it come to school. 3.7 GPA in high school. He probably said, man, my son about to blow by me in life. So let me just, play along. Look.
We've all been hurt by this. Everybody.
Right here. The man asks him straight up question. And this is what he says. One more time.
What do you say to his grieving family?
It's unfortunate to where nobody wins. We've all been hurt by this. Everybody.
Well, Metcalf's father called the sentencing bittersweet, saying...
And that's how it is. Now, if these people was educated, they would approach the situation different. They would have answered the questions more bubbly, more lively, more sophisticated. They ain't paid too much attention to Karmelo, because I believe the father said they got other kids they have to mind. And that's another situation. When you have too many kids in the household, if Karmelo is the firstborn child, is always the first one who gets away. Is always the first one who struggle with the parents. If the parents didn't have time to get themselves together before they had kids. Don't get me wrong, you do the best you could do. But you're supposed to support all your children the best you know how. And the best you know how is being there to the bitter end. Get a babysitter for those other kids and stand there and hear the verdict for your child. Yes, it's a bittersweet. It's hard to endure. It's hard to hear the sentence. You may pass out. You may faint. You may SWV and get weak in the knees. But it's your child, man. That's what love is. At least you could say my parents was there. So, Evidently, the parents didn't teach Karmelo about friends, how to choose his friends, how to keep a friend, what to say to a friend, what not to say to a friend. But his friend knew. His friend testified, whether it was a lie or not. Whether it's a lie or not, he testified. He knew how to save his own ass. Because he didn't want to be in a jail cell smelling his own ass. That's another thing too, man. You gotta make your kids aware of who they're around. There's always the black kid that's so eager and naive. Happy-go-lucky. There's always the black children that don't want to pay no attention to their parents. Don't want to accept no tutelage from their parents. At all. They always want to find out on their own. Figure it out on their own. Man, they better go somewhere with that shh. Truly. 1 second. I feel bad for Karmelo Anthony, man. I got kids close to his age. I feel bad. And I'm still going to stand on. Why would he bring a weapon to attract meat, man? And if it's not a weapon, it's something used to clean the dirt out of his cleats. Why would he use that? Punches hurt, but he still be alive. Punches break bones, but he still be alive. You gotta be smart, man. You're in a place full of white people and you black. You already know 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna bother you, but they're gonna stare you down. They want to make you feel uncomfortable. And if they do attempt to bother you, defend yourself, fist to fist. Get on the phone, call 911. Take your phone out, video record them. Get on the phone, call your parents. Let your parents come and bail you out. It's rough, man. You can't win from losing. And sometimes you may have to say to yourself, yo, I'm the only black person here, so I'm black. Let me fall back. Because somebody punch on me, I'm going to punch on them back. But you put a weapon out, now the odds not going to be in your favor in the long run. It may be in your favor right there. Keep that threat away from you, but that threat becomes a victim. If you're standing tall and the other person isn't standing, if you're standing tall and the other person not standing at all, that person not around to say anything, sometimes silent is consent. The silent one is the victory. It's the victor. You see, we living in the same America with the same rules. So it's not going to change. You see the China man, the Asian man, Ricky Chow, unalive the boy Cyrus, right? The tension was there between Asians and black. The most that come out of that is the blacks boycotting these Asian stores. But that's not really American foundation. That's not the American script. That's not the American movie. That's not the bestseller. The bestseller is black and white. Whenever it's black and white, that's platinum records. That's over 10 million sold. That's nation news. That's worldwide news. It's that black and white cookie fractured down the middle. That's when sides gets divided. Any other situation involving black is high right there, then it drops just as quick. But black and white, it stays up. And it stays stuck. It's the American way. It's the American way, man. I'm just being honest. If I'm lying, prove me wrong. I'll wait. Black and white is the American way, man. Look in the movies. Rocky and Apollo Creed, black and white. It's the American way. Roots, black and white. It's the American way. The Jeffersons, black and white. It's the American way. It sells, man. It sells. But it had to be black American and white for it to sell. Because when Seal got married to the white girl, nobody cared. See? There's a recipe to this black and white shit. Karmelo Anthony, if I know this, your parents know this, you damn well should have known this. And if your parents didn't teach you this, shame on them. Shame on them times 10. Shame on them to the max. And no, your parents not wavy. Let's go tap into this footage of this young boy betraying Karmelo Anthony, man. Yeah, I get it. They kids, man. Kids do the darndest things. But when you 17, 18, you know right from wrong. You know how it goes. You invited Karmelo to the tent. That situation happened. So in reality, you set Karmelo Anthony up, man. I said it. Set that young boy up. You must have seen how naive Karmelo was. Like I said before, Karmelo Anthony, GPA, 3.7, but he wasn't no street kid. He was a YN following the trend of the other youths his age, but he wasn't no street kid because he didn't have that street deceit. He didn't know how to handle his business. Because I'm saying why he didn't speak up at trial. Why he didn't say nothing to, you know what I'm saying, to combat that. Why he just stood there. Or maybe that's the best thing for him to do. And I'm hearing that Charleston White supposedly looked out for the parents and told the parents to rock with a particular lawyer and help their child out. Ain't nothing wrong with taking advice from another brother, man. And this case was a difficult situation. So, I get it. I get it. But the black community failed Karmelo, starting with his parents. That boy had no protection. He was out there, man, on his own. It's just no good. Let's get into this right here. Fair use.
Amelia Jones was in court and joins us with more. Amelia, good evening.
Clarice, good evening to you. The prosecution called multiple students to testify during the afternoon portion of court. Those students were there at the track meet, either underneath Memorial High School's tent or...
Run it back.
Those students were there at the track meet, either underneath Memorial High School's tent or nearby. Many of them are minors, and you could tell it was really difficult for them to talk about what happened. Many of those students also spoke with detectives during the initial investigation. The defense brought out transcripts from those police interviews multiple times during cross-examination. Friday afternoon's testimony consisted of students recalling what they saw and heard at the track meet last April. Most of the students are minors, under the age of 17, so their names cannot be shared. Much of the teenagers' testimony was consistent. A few described seeing Anthony, a Centennial student, say hi to a student under the memorial tent and sit by him. They testified that 17-year-old Austin Metcalf verbally told Karmelo Anthony, 17 at the time, to leave the memorial tent multiple times. They also testified that Anthony did not move and kept his hand inside his backpack. Multiple witnesses told the court they heard Anthony say, "Touch me and see what happens."
Okay, so hold on. They said Anthony had his hand in his backpack during the whole time. Let's say he did. If he did, he brought a lot of cautious eyes, you know what I mean? He brought a lot of suspiciousness to himself, as if maybe he was aware of they was going to do harm to him. Or maybe he felt intimidated because they told him, "Get up out of here. We don't want you on our tent." Teenagers are funny.
The description of the physical altercation between Metcalf and Anthony differed between witnesses. Some witnesses demonstrated to the jury they saw Metcalf use one hand. Others testified they saw Metcalf use both hands when he touched Anthony. Some used lighter terms such as nudge and touch. Others used grab and shove to describe the force behind the physical confrontation.
It's not unreasonable that these teenagers would have differing views. They were probably all in fight or flight and having trouble.
Yeah, that's true right there. Teenagers, everybody ain't built for the drama. You know what I mean? Some people heart skip beats. Some kids got their parents' thoughts in their head. Boy, you ain't supposed to be here. Do what I tell you. The minute you see something fly off, get up out of there. Some kids just stuck, afraid, maybe Karmelo may be trying to come at them next. So that's true. Or you could just call it what it is and say, them teenagers is lying, man. They knew what it was. They knew what happened. They're just lying. Trying to save their own skin, their own hide. Let's get back to these.
Processing what happened at that time.
Allison Richardson is a principal trial consultant, not involved in the case. She says the jurors are going to consider what a reasonable person would do in the situation. But the testimony from the students is something the prosecution could bring up again in closing arguments.
There's no doubt in my mind the prosecution will address this testimony because it's vital in considering whether or not he acted in self-defense or not.
In cross-examination of the witnesses, Anthony's defense team asked the teenagers to indicate their location on a diagram of the bleachers at Kirkendall Stadium, then indicate where Metcalf and Anthony were. The defense honed in on the physical comparison between Metcalf and Anthony. One witness testified Metcalf had, quote, 50 to 60 pounds on Anthony.
But we don't know the other side of the story yet.
So now they're going to say no matter how much weight that boy had over Anthony, once you have any type of weapon on you, that make you at a great advantage or make you even Steven. Because all it takes is one penetrating motion to pierce that flesh and that bone and hit that organ, and it's lights out for the rest of its duration. And as I said earlier, a fist to the face could do harm, but it will never be as equal to a weapon. And that's just how it goes. But on the other end, a person 50 to 60 pounds of muscle, height and all that, that's a weapon within itself. Karmelo Anthony, boy. That boy got done wrong.
And what these jurors have agreed to do is to listen to both sides of the story. And so we may see some surprises in that testimony next when the defense opens, and we may not.
Friday morning, the jury watched multiple police body camera videos. Frisco ISD School Resource Officer Eduardo Cortez took the stand and testified he was the one who took Anthony into custody. The jury watched his body camera video that showed Cortez radio to dispatch that he had, quote, the alleged suspect in custody. Then you hear Anthony on the video tell Cortez, "I'm not alleged, I did it." Anthony appeared to get emotional in the body camera video and goes on to say, "He put his hands on me. I told..."
See, even with that right there, you know, he just, you know what I mean? Like I said, a YN, he followed behind the youth, you know? Peer pressure. But he ain't a street boy, because he ain't come with that street deceit. Because nobody would admit to, yo, no, it's not alleged. No, I did it. Nah. Honesty is not the best policy. Evidently, he didn't get that from his parents, because his parents, they ain't honest. For you to accumulate $600K and you broke, where the money at, man? Where the money at? I don't know if they paid for the trial or the state paid for the trial, but where the money at? I'm pretty sure they bought something with that money. Groceries. Something. Pair of sneakers. I know they did. Can't tell me nothing. That money supposed to be for their son. fighting for his life. And whatever money, they have to kick out, give it back to the people that donated to you. That's the right thing to do. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He was too honest, because his parents ain't. So he ain't no street boy. So he got railroaded, because parents didn't teach him nothing.
Told him not to. The jury was also shown pictures of the knife used in the stabbing. It was found 3 to 4 rows from the crime scene tape in between some bleachers. But the most gut-wrenching moment was when the jury saw another police officer's body camera video that captured first responders doing CPR on Metcalf at the bottom of the bleachers. Cav's twin brother, Hunter, is seen sobbing on the ground of the track field. He's heard on one of the body camera videos yelling, "That's my best friend, that's my brother." A very difficult and emotional moment for those in the court, especially
now, look at that right there. Look at that right there. Right there. See? The picture of them going hunting. You don't see no black boys doing that at the age they are. Ain't no black boys going hunting. Come on, man. Ain't no black kids going hunting, man. They lined that boy up. He never had a chance. That boy's sitting in jail for 35 years. Because his parents didn't show him nothing. Didn't give him no mental fortitude. Parents did not teach him how to conduct himself out there in society. We got to do better, black people. Been in this country too long to still be behind the 8 ball. You've been in the United States of America for too long not to know how to prolong and carry yourself strong in this country. You better go back to school, get some knowledge and wisdom, get your head out the clouds, and go fight for your son to get out them prison sentences. Get out that jail cell. Go help your son. I heard the father say, he had to support the wife, because if the wife ain't right, the family ain't right, and they got to make sure them other kids is taken care of. I get it. Go get your boy out of jail, man. Go get your boy out of jail. I'd be lost for words, man. You sit back as a parent yourself and you say, yo, what happened, man? What went wrong? Then you start hearing little things, do your little investigation. And it's like, you don't want to come to the conclusion that his parents didn't care for him. But you got to push, man. His mother should not be there crying. She shouldn't be on the news crying. She should be stern. Cry when she in the house. Show that you're strong. You're not being mean and cold. Show that you're strong. I was watching this movie, Ray, right? And, there's a scene where Ray was watching the brother jump inside the little bucket. Back in the days, they had, I guess they bathed out of buckets. So it's like some metal bucket. And, the little brother was playing inside of it. And he slipped and fell and couldn't get out, or whatever he did. Yeah, I think he slipped and fell. And he couldn't get out. And Ray was just standing there. He's a little kid standing there. while his brother is flip-flopping inside the water. First Ray thinking it's funny, and then the brother started getting stiff, and the brother never came back out from underneath the bucket. But the funny thing is, all them adults were standing there watching the boy flip-flop. But they try to act like they didn't see it. You know, they try to act like they was too busy. They see the boys, because adults always look at little kids. Adults are nosy. They mind their business, and they mind someone else's business. So she said, why nobody did anything? Why you didn't call me? Had that boy Ray feeling guilty for the rest of his life. And that's how I feel Karmelo Anthony got done wrong like that. He fighting for his life, and his parents and the community failed him.